grab a beer and pull up a chair. Welcome to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. This is Mike, the Northwoods Beer Guy, and I am once again joined by, as always, my faithful co-host, Jim.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
How's it going, man?
Good.
That's
Another
good.
beautiful day in paradise.
That's for sure. Any day you can drink beer is a good day.
Yes, it is. Let my fingers are crossed.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we kind of talked about this last week. I do apologize again. My voice is still messed up, so I apologize. But we talked about this a little bit last week. Today, we're going to do some international beers. And like I said last week, they could be good or they could be really bad. I don't know. We're going to find out. And, you know, Jim, it's always kind of funny because Susie and I were in Peoria.
Okay.
And I told you before, they have Benny's. It's kind of like Total Wine and more, but not quite as big.
Okay. Yep.
And so we went there, and I was like, you know, Susie, I got to look. I want to look and see if there's something that strikes me that we could do a podcast on.
Just like hits you?
Not like a person or anything.
Oh, okay. Because I can help you out.
I know. Yeah, we can do a podcast on that every week.
But something that you hadn't had that sounds good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wanted to walk through, look at the beers, see if something was like, hey, we could do a podcast on that style of beer or something.
Okay.
And I was walking down the aisle, and all of a sudden I got to some of these beers that are from other countries.
Okay.
And I thought, we have not done anything like that ever, really.
Right.
So we're going to give it a shot. And so that's kind of how I came up with this. I'm not going to lie. They could be really good or they could be bad. I don't know. Most of them I'd never even heard of. So we do have a couple German and I think Czech beers in here too. But we also have some other, and we will let you know where they're from.
Right.
When we go through them. So
try to give you a little bit of background on some of them.
Yeah.
We had some information, but not a lot on some of them.
Yeah.
So
and
some was a little sketchy, but do the best we can.
Yep, and we've got 11 total beers. So it's going to be not as many stories being told, I guess. We're kind of focusing on the beers this week a little bit. But we're going to go in order of ABV because we were trying to figure out how do we, because a lot of them, we only had one from that country. So it's not like we could group them. So we're going according to ABV. So we've got from 4.7 up to 11.3.
Yes.
So it should be interesting to see. I'm hoping some of these are good and
drinkable.
There you go. Maybe it's better to say drinkable because I don't know on some of them. We'll find out. Like I said, I don't know. It just kind of struck me like, whoa, let's try this.
Well, I think most of these are going to be lighter, colored lighter.
I think so.
I don't think we have no bourbon barrel ones. They're all going to be either lagers or pilsners, I think. So it's going to be, they should be okay.
You do have one dark lager, but that's about the darkest I'm thinking.
Right.
So we'll see. And then when we went to the cities, we went to Total Wine and I found 3 other countries. So I grabbed those. So that's why we're up to 11. It's going to be interesting. So I guess, man, we can kick it off. So the first one that we have, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, it's Mythos, Mythos. And this one is from Greece.
Right. This is a Hellenic lager.
What is that?
That's just what it said. European pale lager.
Premium Hellenic beer.
Produced from select varieties of barley and hops. Mythos is a lager with a rich head, a bright blonde color, offering a pleasant, refreshing taste and a clean finish.
I'm going to take a picture of it because look at the top. It's got a pull tab.
Oh, cool.
See that? I'm going to take a picture so people can see this because I have not seen one of these.
Well, hopefully wonder if you win anything with it.
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
It looks like this brewery was established in 1992.
Oh, so it's fairly
new.
Compared to some of the other ones, it's pretty new.
Yes. All right, let's see what she tastes like.
Let's see what happens here. Oh,
do you need a bottle opener or not?
Nope. It popped right off of there.
Oh, like a can did. Like the old top cans.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to, wow, that's pretty light in color.
4.7. So hopefully
we'll just try that a little bit to start with. If it's good, we'll have some more.
Ooh.
There's
an aroma.
When I smelled it in the bottle, it really had a skunky smell. The bottle, it's a green bottle. I mean, the logo is kind of cool. It's got like a unicorn head and things like that. Well, Jim, here we go.
Here we go. Are we ready?
Yeah, this is the first.
So we got to get past the smell.
Yes. It smells worse than it tastes.
Yeah, it's not a lot of flavor.
No, but it's not. I was really worried when I smelled it. I thought, oh boy, this is not going to be good.
Yeah, the smell is a little hard to. It smells like stinky feet.
It really has a skunky smell to it.
Yeah, but the flavor's not.
Yeah, no, it's not a bad beer. I mean, for flavor wise.
I mean, it's definitely clear. I mean, it's
Yes, very light.
very light.
Very light. It's probably a little bit darker than like your Coors Lights type.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But it's like one shade. It's not.
I mean, it's not. God, I'm trying to think
I'll have
of
a little bit more of that one.
come up with a word to describe, how. I mean, because it has a little bit of flavor, but it's not like overpowering flavor.
I was gonna say there's just not a lot to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay, I guess.
Could you drink a number of? Yeah, you probably could. If you were in Greece, you could. Boy, would I.
And I'm sure it probably tastes different on tap.
Boy, it's just, like I said, considering that the aroma is kind of a little bit off-putting, and then the flavor, it doesn't taste like that, but it does have kind of a weird, there's a finish to it that's kind of,
Right. I mean, that's now, when I'm in my mouth now is like that
the
finish.
aftertaste is like not extremely good.
Oh, it's like, I don't.
Well, like I said, considering it's our first beer ever from Greece, well, mine anyway, I don't know if
Right.
you've
I've had some from
Have
Greece.
you had some? Okay.
I don't know if it was this one or not, because we did a port call in Greece once.
Mhm.
So I don't know if this is the number one beer there or not.
Sure. Yeah, and that's one thing we should say. When I picked these up, it was because like this, when I picked up, that was the only beer from Greece they had.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I didn't have a big selection. So these may not be the top beers there.
But it was exported, so you would think that they have a little bit more money generated because they are able to export.
You would think so. So
I'm just stretching it out as far as I can.
Right.
I don't know.
You're trying to give them the benefit, and I appreciate that. So yeah, I don't know, Jim. It's
you want to give it the first?
Yeah, I'm going to go like a 1.8, honestly.
Oh, you're going really low.
Yeah, I mean, I just the aroma to me was not good.
No, it's
the flavor on the drink itself, it's okay. I mean, there's not a whole lot of flavor, but then that aftertaste is a little bit kind of funky. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to go like a 1.8.
For me, I leave those one numbers for the sours. So it's not for me as bad as a sour. So I don't know if I could stoop that low.
Sure.
So I'm going to keep it at the 2.0 level just so I can keep all my sours down below that.
So, okay.
So I know where my sour range is.
Not a problem. You got to keep your standards somewhere. So no worries there.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that was just not very good, dude. I don't know. It was like...
Well, all we can do is go up from there, right?
I'm guessing. So the second bottle,
right, is...
And this is a bigger bottle, so I'm hoping it's better. This is a 500 milliliter bottle.
Okay.
This is, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Sunner. It's S. The U has the umlauts over it.
Oh, you know what that is?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the two dots. Yeah, it's umlaut. That's what they call it.
Oh.
It's Sunner.
Okay.
Sunner Kolsch. And it's brewed and bottled by Sunner, I can't read that word, I'm guessing brewery. It's out of Cologne, Germany. And this one is...
4.8, I think.
4.8. It's pretty. I mean, the label on it, I mean, it's pretty nice.
That looks cool. So the little bit more it says here is, so how do you say the U? Ooh.
Sure.
It was Sunner that brewed the first beer in the modern Kolsch style. Kolsch, there you go. Though it wasn't called that then. Around 1900, Sunner is a Kolsch beer unique to Cologne, Germany. Like champagne, it is protected by laws.
Really?
So that only beers brewed in that region can bear the name.
Wow.
It is an ale with a stylish character derived from lagering. It is a clear and pale straw in appearance.
Okay.
The taste is refreshing, gently fruity, slightly sweet, with a crisp, dry finish.
Okay.
It says that this brewery is founded in 1830.
Wow. So it's been around a little bit longer.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's see. Hopefully this one is a little bit...
The smell is much better already.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is definitely...
And you can definitely see through it.
Oh, yeah. It's a lighter, like you said, a straw color. It is for sure a straw color.
That's
not bad. That's better. That's better than the first one.
Yeah, this has a much better flavor. The aroma is better. The flavor is better.
Very smooth.
I don't taste the fruit. If they talked about some fruits, I don't...
Yeah, no, I don't get that either.
I don't even know if it's slightly sweet. I don't taste that so much either. I don't know.
To me, it's more it's a very smooth drinking.
Right. I mean,
it doesn't
definitely, like if you were mowing your lawn,
yes,
you could definitely
This would be a good one for
get a
that.
case of these, because, I mean, this is the 4.8%, so it's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. I don't mind that.
I mean, we've had a few Kolsch before, but I think this is probably one of the better ones we've had.
Yeah, because I don't think we've had an imported Kolsch before. You know what I mean? We've had other styles that have been imported from Germany, but not a Kolsch. This is pretty good.
All right, so it says this brewery, the Sooner brewery is still 100% under family control, and they are still on the right side of the river and their beer. If not the neighborhood, it is certainly the most beautiful in all of Cologne.
Okay. Huh. And you said this started in 1830? Is that what you said?
Brewery.
The brewery.
Not this particular beer?
Right, but the brewery itself. So,
yes.
So, boy, being family owned for 190 years almost, that's pretty impressive.
And they definitely got a good, I'm sure once you get a good recipe for your beer and you're able to, I mean, I don't even think you need to make any tweaks. I mean, you can, once you get a good something this solid.
Yeah.
And, I think we talked before, some of these beers are all governed by laws in Europe.
Yes. So purity law.
Right. Yeah. So it's not like they can probably venture too far one way or the other. But I mean, I think this one's pretty good. What are you thinking on your score?
I think this is definitely better. I'm gonna give this actually like a 3.0. Actually, I think I can drink. I can drink a bottle of this. This is good.
So I hear what you're saying. The only thing that I think for me might be the drawback is there isn't a lot of flavor. It is easily drinkable. I mean, it is crisp, refreshing. So I mean, you do have a good point. I mean, so it's not a bad beer by any stretch of the imagination.
I'm gonna change mine because yes,
the flavor is just a little bit lacking. Yep. But it is definitely a little bit above average. So I'm gonna go like a 2.5 or 2.6, just a little bit above average.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep mine where it's at.
Okay,
but you're right. If there was a little bit more flavor, I could really justify that. But maybe it's because the other one was kind of but I thought it was very good. And
it's low ABV too, so it's not.
In the cap, they didn't try. It's just a white cap.
Oh, yeah. Now, is that the one that had the pull tab?
Nope. That was that's still the cool. Greek one. The Greek one had the pull tab.
That's why I gave mine a 2.0, because it had the pull tab.
There you go. Perfect.
All right. So what do we got next?
So the next one we have, this got a World Beer Awards Czech Republic gold medal.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And this is Samson 1795 Czech dark lager.
All right. Yep. Says it's 4.5% ABV.
Yep. That's what's on the bottle.
Okay.
And the logo, I'm thinking that must be like their coat of arms.
That's cool. I mean, the bottle's darker, right? Darker bottle.
Yes.
So I don't know if that's the beer making the change in color or
if they just put it in a dark bottle. I don't know. We'll find out.
It says
the top, Jim, almost looks like it's green.
I see that. I noticed it. Yeah. So I wonder if it's a green bottle with the dark beer.
Look at the cap.
Oh, you better say
it's got like a
nice coat of arms.
Coat of arms on it. Yeah.
So it says the original Czech dark lager with delicate tones of caramel, chocolate, and roasted coffee. Brewed in, I can't say that, Czechy Budovic, using water from our 274 meter deep well and 4 different types of malt, giving the beer an exceptional taste and color. And these guys started brewing in 1265.
1265?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully not this beer.
Look at the color, though. That's nice.
That's a dark
lager. A dark lager. That is like, you hold it up to the light, it almost has a reddish hue to it. Wow.
Don't smell the aroma.
It's got a malty flavor to it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I taste the caramel, the chocolate, and the coffee.
Well, but I say I can definitely taste malt.
Right. It says 4 different types of malt. It's not bad.
Oh, I think that's pretty decent.
And it's a 4.5%.
4.5%. That's not bad. Honestly.
I mean, I think we had some very good Czech lagers or Czech beers before, right?
Yes. Yeah, but we didn't have a dark lager.
No, they were all Pilsners, I think.
Yes. And it is in a green bottle. And it was the color of the beer that made it look dark.
I mean,
I don't mind. I like that.
I guess the only thing, that it says delicate tones of caramel, chocolate, and coffee. I guess they lured me in by telling us that it's going to be there, but I don't taste that.
Yep, I hear you there.
But it's not bad. I mean, there's nothing offensive by it. I mean, the smell is not bad.
Because we've definitely had some other dark lagers from the U.S. that kind of are reminiscent of this flavor.
It's not I probably could drink a bottle of it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if after my second or third taste. Now I'm starting to get a little bit more of the flavors are starting to come through a little bit.
Yep.
But still, I mean, I think it's definitely, I mean, and I, you know, again, this is our first time we've had any of these breweries.
Yes.
So we're not even able to bounce it against anything they've done previously.
Right. Yeah. We don't know.
We're just, the only thing that's in common is that they weren't
from
overseas.
Correct.
So,
Correct. So we had one from Greece, one from Germany, and one from Czechoslovakia now.
Yep.
Of the three, I think this is, and that my score on the last one really messed it up.
Yeah, you really. What are you going to do with this one now?
Well, this one I'm going to go like a 3.2.
Oh, jeez.
I do like it. I could drink a bottle of this, no problem. I think it's very mellow. I can taste the malty. Like I say, I don't get like the caramel, like a sweetness at all.
Right.
But I do get the malt, and I think it's really good. I like it. I'll go 3.2.
Gosh, I'm trying. I want to give it a higher number, but I can't get the flavors.
Right.
Gosh, I do think it is the best we've had so far. I think I'm going to go 2.8.
Okay.
I'm going to give myself some latitude in case.
Yeah, because I've painted myself in the corner already. So it can only go worse.
So I'm trying to keep it open so that I can try to, because I mean, we still have some really higher test points.
Yeah.
That you never know how those are going to taste.
Exactly. But yeah, I think of the first three, this is by far the winner. Of the first three.
Right.
I would say.
Mythos, the stinky feet one.
Yeah, that one, it was just the initial aroma was just, it's
hard to get over that.
Yeah, it was definitely a skunky thing to it, so yeah, Samson did good. I like it.
Kudos to Czech.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Jim, so the fourth beer.
Yep.
We're, now I don't know if you've ever had a beer from this country or not. I for sure have not. And this is the Maharaja. And this is a premium Indian Pilsner. This is from India. Yes. It's got like a little guy on it.
Oh, yeah.
You see? And now the cap is kind of cool. I'm going to try and save that.
Okay, yeah. Well, it looks nice.
So I have no idea what a beer from India should taste like. It's in a dark bottle. I'm thinking it's
the label's
dark.
all orange.
Yeah, it's a dark bottle. The label's all orange and white. The letters are in white. And the guy on there, what you would expect, it kind of looks like, what you would think an Indian person from India would kind of dress like. I guess what did you find out?
So it's 5% ABV.
Okay.
Maharaja Premium Pilsner pours a clear golden color with a delicate white head. Our breweries in India have perfected the combination of spicy floral and strong hop flavors for a true Pilsner. Maharaja has an alluring aroma replete with a hint of malt and corn. As the beer caresses your taste buds, it crisps up and the flavors enhance the mouth feel, especially in combination with Indian spices. It finishes with a lingering semi-demi sweet flavor that lingers on the palate.
Well, so is it going to be spicy, I wonder, or
I don't know. There's a lot of words there.
Yeah. So did it say how long they've been in business or no?
There was nothing on this one. I couldn't find any history.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of aroma.
Not much for aroma.
Not much at all. I'm going to be the first person to say it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, all the things they talked about.
Honestly, when I bought it, I thought, oh, this could be going to be really bad. It's not that bad.
I mean, spicy floral and strong hop flavor. I don't
get a strong hop at all. I don't get any floral or the spiciness to it.
No. Or the combination with Indian spices. I don't know what.
I don't know. I don't know what this would be one of those. If it's really cold, it could be a lawnmower beer almost.
Yeah, I mean
it's just kind of.
This isn't bad. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this one.
I'm pleasantly surprised, honestly. I was really worried.
Yeah, I mean, because you just really never know, but
there's not a huge amount of flavor to it.
Right, I was expecting a lot more flavor.
Yeah, when you're reading that, because like I said, when you said about the spicy and all that, I thought, oh, is this going to be almost like a pepper beer?
Right.
I don't get any kind of spice or anything.
I mean, even the aroma, there's not much for aroma.
No.
Like you're going to get a blast of...
Yeah, I'm smelling it.
Nothing.
No.
So I guess I'm kind of disappointed. I thought it was going to be a lot more than that.
Right.
So, I mean, that's the hard part of exporting some of these beers. You just never know how much they take out.
That's the thing
to export it.
That's a good point, Jim, because it's like, do they quote unquote dumb it down to to sell it other places, or if you went to India, is this what it would actually taste like?
Right. Do they have the same exact beer, but it has all these things they talk about, these spices and these other flavors.
Right. Yeah, you never know, and again, like I said, there were two India beers.
Oh, were there?
There.
Oh.
And luckily we have both of them. So anyway.
There's another one?
Yes, I have another one.
Okay.
But like I said, there wasn't a huge selection. You know what I mean?
Right.
And even if there was, I didn't know which one to get anyway because I've never hit them. So.
Well, and again, they don't say much on these bottles. None of these bottles have a lot of writing on them. Like a lot of the craft beers now, they're putting stuff on it.
Yep. They don't have like a whole story or anything. Yeah, it's mostly just the government warning and that kind of stuff.
Stuff for the United States. Yeah, this is...
Do you want to go first on this one?
All right. I'm trying to... Gosh, I'm torn. I guess I'm going to go mine a little bit below the Czech dark. So I'm going to go with 2.7.
Okay.
Keep it steady and keep it not... Because it's a little bit above average, but not way over the top.
I was going to go at 2.5.
Right down the middle.
Right down the middle. If it would have had a little bit more of the description that you gave, I think it could have been a little higher. But yeah, I think it's average. I could drink a few of them.
Yeah.
Would I intentionally seek it out? No. Honestly. Right. But
I would give you the stare
if I showed up with a
case
pack
or a case of
Jim, look at I got these for us. Yeah.
Here. I'll be like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry.
Fall hit your head?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that because like I said, I'm glad we're trying it. Would I want more? No, probably not. But it's compared to the other ones so far, it's not bad.
No,
and like I said, I was really worried about these ones because I was like, oh boy, I don't know what it's going to be. So
yeah, this is okay. All right, what do we got?
So the next one we have, unfortunately, this one was made in the States.
Yes,
because I saw it and I was like, oh, this is from this country, and then after I bought it, I looked at it, it wasn't. But the name of it is Hey Mambo Italiano. It's a delicious Italian style Pilsner.
Yep.
This one is by, is it Mikerphone Brewing?
Yep, I got some details on that.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to.
So it's a 5% ABV, and it had no details about the beer itself, but I was like, well, what is a Italian Pilsner?
Yeah.
So it says it's it makes an Italian Pilsner if it's brewed in America. How do you do that? That's the question I kind of how do you do that? So it said the simple answer is that Italian Pilsners are German style Pilsners that have been dry hopped with European hops for maximum aroma. That's all it says.
Wow, that's weird.
Now, Mikerphone Brewing is a family-owned small craft brewery located in Oak Grove Village, Illinois, founded as a passion for home brewing out of a concept from inspired by music out of their basement. From 2015 is when they first started.
Okay.
And here I thought something was interesting. I didn't know this. I've never heard this about any other city in the United States. Per Elk Grove Village, people can only drink 60 ounces of alcoholic beverages per person per day.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
I know. I'm like, well, I guess we're not going there.
Well, I guess we can safely say that doesn't happen in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Elk Grove Village, Illinois. So,
and this is our first one in a can.
Yes.
And it says got Italy on the can, a big map of Italy.
So they're trying to make it look like.
And that's what got me. I didn't see the style.
Right.
I saw delicious Italian Pilsner, and I missed the rest of it. So let's try her.
Let's hope Mikerphone Brewing knows what to.
No
cat call?
Nope.
Alabama boss is not going to like that.
Not going to be happy with that. Well, this one's a lighter color, too. Well, the Pilsner is going to be.
Right. It didn't really give us anything on the beer itself when I looked it up, but let's hope.
And you said it's dry hopped.
Yep.
With European hops.
Yes.
Ooh, you can smell the hops in this one.
Oh, geez.
This has got the most aroma that we've had.
You can smell the hops.
Yeah.
Wow.
The flavor is not as hoppy. Is the aroma.
Right, the aroma is...
the aroma was really hoppy, and then the flavor is
not as powerful as I thought it was going to be.
Yes, and remember that email that my brother had sent. He had said how when you dry hop it, it's more to get the aroma of the hops. So that's, it makes sense, because that's definitely what this is.
It's just like the process of adding the hops to the beer to maximize aroma without imparting bitterness.
Yep.
So, I mean,
honestly, it's not that bad.
No, I mean, it's just hard to get over that smell. It's almost like the stinky feet one.
I don't think it's quite as bad as that.
You don't think so?
No. This one is, it definitely, like I said, you definitely can smell the hops.
Yes.
I'm not going to deny that. You can smell the hops for sure. But the flavor is definitely a more mellow.
Right. So, I mean,
when I bought this, Jim, I honestly thought it was from Italy. And that's why I was like, oh, another country. So at some point we'll have to keep an eye out if we can find one just to compare, to see how, because this again is kind of an American take
on an Italian beer. Right.
So
that's what I was trying to figure out too, is because we've had other beers that were hoppy like this.
Yes. Yep.
Not necessarily IPAs, but they were hoppy. So does that mean that those beers could have been classified themselves as Italian style,
right?
Or is this?
That's a good question.
Is it cross? Because there's not really much. The hoppiness. I was expecting a little bit something different.
I thought it was going to be a little bit more hoppy,
right?
Flavor. No, it's pretty mellow, and like you said, that you can smell the hops.
Right.
The taste really isn't there.
So what are you thinking on your score?
I'm going to do like a 2.7.
Ooh, you're above average, then, huh?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's, but again, I do like IPAs better than you do.
Yes.
I think it's pretty good. Like I said, the aroma is good. The flavor is very smooth. There's a little bit of flavor. It's not a huge amount, but overall, it's not bad. I don't mind it. It would be one of those, I could drink a can of it on a hot day. Again, that's another one that would I go and really search it out to buy a 6-pack? No, probably not. But yeah, I don't mind it. I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah, again, for me, the challenge I'm trying to overcome is the aroma. Really, it is hoppy. If you're not a hoppy person, don't like hops,
yep.
This may not be in your wheelhouse. So I'm going to go just a little bit, but the flavor's okay. You don't taste the hops, so you're taking a drink. So I'm going to go just a touch below average.
Okay.
I'm going to go 2.4.
Okay. Yeah.
So not bad, but just,
honestly,
I'm not a hoppy guy, so.
Honestly, that's higher than I thought you were going to give it just because of the aroma. Because like I said, I know you're not a huge IPA guy. You're coming a long ways, though.
Yeah, but like this one, the aftertaste, the finish is not hoppy.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that's what kind of let me get it up closer to the mid-range.
Right. So yeah, see, you're getting closer.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely, like I said, the aroma is definitely, you're thinking you're going to get a lot of hops.
Right. I think the dry hopping is definitely very good. Mm-hmm. I can deal with that.
All right. So that's 1, 2. We're done with 5.
Done with 5.
So the next beer that we have,
okay,
it's from a country that's been in the news quite a bit.
Yes, it has.
As of the last year.
900 days.
Yeah.
Or 800 days, whatever.
Yep. And I hope I pronounce this right. Obolon, Obolon. And this beer is from the Ukraine. And it's a lager. A lager, it says there.
Oh, look at that. Lager.
A green bottle. And they've got like their name is embossed right in the glass.
Right in part of the glass bottle.
It's a neat bottle. What size is it? It's a little bigger, I think, than...
Is that 16 ounce?
I'm trying to see if it says. 500 milliliter.
Oh, that helps.
So 0.9, I don't know. It has 1 PT, 0.9 fluid ounce. This is bigger than 1.09 fluid ounces. It's pretty big. It's... and then the cap has their
coat of arms
again, so I'll have to try and save that. So what did you find out on this one?
All right, so again, we get 5.0 ABV. Yep. Obolon Lager is the best ever choice for those who is in love with lager beer. Well-aged beer with nice hops, bitterness, and flavor. This beer is produced in accordance with a classical technology and aged in cold environment. So it didn't have a lot with it. I tried to do some searching on it. It was more like they're trying to raise money for the war effort. There's a lot of...
I almost knocked it on the floor.
Links, if you want to donate, you could do this. You support the war effort.
Okay.
I don't know how many other beers might be being made there, but it's definitely clear.
Oh yeah, it's been filtered, that's for sure.
Ooh,
it's got kind of a little bit of a.
That's not a good smell.
Little bit of a skunk smell.
Yes.
Wow. It doesn't taste as bad as it smells, but there's not a whole lot of taste to it.
Like the Mythos.
Yeah.
Sweaty feet.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping for a lot more.
When you were reading the description and I was cracking open the lid, I got that skunk and I was like, do I stop him and tell him or I'll let him finish? Because it was definitely, it had a strong smell in the bottle.
Right. Yeah, this is I don't know if I needed that much.
Well,
that one.
I accidentally poured you more, so I poured myself more because I went, oh boy, I better.
Oof.
Boy, that's kind of.
This one isn't as good as this is. This is down there with Mythos.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it's to me, and this is going to sound weird on the finish compared to the Mythos. This one almost has like just a tinge of a sweetness on the end where the Mythos didn't.
Right.
You know, that's the only kind of difference a little bit that I'm sensing.
It's not a good flavor.
Mythos one smelled better than this one, though.
Yeah. This one.
To be honest with you,
You can't take a deep breath and you.
No, that is for sure. And like I said, my voice is terrible. I don't feel sick. I can smell everything. I kind of wish I couldn't smell everything with this one because it's got a little bit of a smell to it.
I don't know, and it's hard to say, what that is from.
Yeah,
what would cause that?
Did they have to? And again, like I said, with these, I don't know. We don't know if this is like a huge brand in Ukraine or is this one of those that we don't drink that, we drink all this other stuff and we just ship that over.
Yeah, we send this to the Americans, let them drink it.
Yeah, there's, speaking of that, some people that I used to work with, they took a family trip to Australia. This is years ago.
They have a Foster's.
Well, when they got there, they went to a bar. And the husband was like, hey, so do you guys have Foster's? And they go, Foster's? We don't drink that here. We send that all over for you guys in the States. They didn't have it.
Really?
Nope. They had other, and they said, yeah, the beers in Australia, they were actually really good. And yeah, they didn't drink Foster's. Nobody over there drinks Foster's. So, yeah, so it was kind of funny. So these could be
the same thing.
Yeah, they don't drink them there. They just ship them over here. I don't know. But this, it's just kind of funny. Because you wonder about that, and like I said, this was the only beer from the Ukraine.
Right.
That Binny's Head or Total Wine Head. So there wasn't,
Right. When the aftertaste now is starting to really dry out my tongue. And
right.
It's not getting better.
No, that's for sure. Maybe we'll save some of these for the girls to try.
Maybe this one. Yeah. Pour it back in the bottle.
Oh, if it's in your glass, you got to finish it. Oh. And I do apologize because I poured. I was like, I gave him like a lot. Maybe I should. You can pour some in mine. I'll drink some of that.
Oh, that one is just not sitting.
Because honestly, I think this one's better than the Mythos. I think.
You think?
But not much, but it's a little better.
So what are you going to give it for a score?
I'll give it a 2.0.
You're going to really...
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing to me is the aroma.
Right.
It really has like a skunky smell to it. And it was worse in the bottle. Like I said, when I smelled it in the bottle, it was a strong skunk. When I poured it in the glass, it's not as bad, but it still has that weird scent. So, yeah, I'm going to 2.0.
So you're going to give it a little bit above the Mythos. So then I'll fall in line. I'll go a 2.1. So I give it 1/10 of a point more.
The more of it I drink, it's getting a little...
it's getting harder and harder.
Harder and harder to drink.
Yeah, this has probably been our toughest one to drink.
I would agree with you.
Oof, gosh.
I gotta make sure I don't pour as much out of the other ones, because, oof.
God, that is just a...
It is kind of interesting. You look at them. We had the one can from the U.S., but then the bottles, you got 3 bottles are green, and 3 are brown.
Right. Is that one brown or orange?
This one is... no, it's a brown.
Is it?
Yeah. Maharaja.
The Maharaja.
Yeah, this is... Ouch. All right, Mike, just man up and drink her down.
That one is... I think that one's the one's going to give us a hurting.
Okay.
All right.
Oop. So now that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So now what are we
now
at?
We're on 7.
We're on number 7.
And this one is it from Germany? I think this is another German.
All right. What's the name of this one?
Arcobrau. Arcobrau.
Oh, that's the brewery.
Oh, that's a brewery. Okay.
Yes.
This is is it Mooser? Mooser. And the second word, I apologize. It's Liesl.
Yep.
It's a Bavarian lager.
Yes.
Boy, look at the cap on that one.
Fancy.
That is a fancy cap. I'm going to take a picture of that and I'll post that. That's a fancy cap.
5.3%er.
Okay. So we're getting up a little more.
We're stepping up a little bit. 15 IBUs even, it says.
Okay. So it's not real hoppy, or bitter.
It says, ever since 1567, only beers complying with the Bavarian Purity Edict have been brewed in the Count's Castle Brewery Arcobrau, guaranteeing the ultimate in brewing prowess. This authentic tradition and brewing artistry can be tasted and enjoyed with the original Mosher Liesl Bavarian lager, brewed with special malt varieties and natural hops. So it looks like this was first granted that coat of arms is on the cap, the emblazoned with double eagles of the Holy Roman Empire, granted to the Counts of Arco in 1415.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
So there, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Exactly. It's definitely a lighter color.
Yep.
Yeah, white head.
I don't smell skunky feet.
No, I was just saying it actually smells pretty. It doesn't smell offensive at all.
It's okay. I don't know. It's like, again, very nondescript.
Yes, that would be the polite way.
Like all of we've tried so far, only that Czech dark lagers really had a little bit of flavor.
That one had a malty flavor, and the rest of them have been just kind of
right down the middle of the road.
Really. And I've never had a beer from this brewery before. This Arcobrau, I think is how you say it.
Well, you should have. It's been around since 1415.
You would have thought.
You would have thought you could have had more.
You would have thought, but no, because we've had a lot of German beers, but. That's when I saw this, Jim, I thought, we got to try, because I've never even heard of them before. And the same with the Samson, for the Czech style. I was like,
yeah, I mean, this is not bad. I mean, you could probably drink this all year long.
Yeah, you could drink this.
I mean, it's not, there's not a bad aftertaste. There's not a ton of flavor.
I was going to say there's some flavor, but not a huge amount by any means.
Yeah, it's hard to put your finger on exactly what the flavor is.
I don't know how to describe it. It's just kind of...
I wonder if this is one of those you could be... Because Bavarian, so this has got to be Germany, right? Got it.
Yep.
So, and I bet you the lady is on the cap from Oktoberfest.
Could be.
Carrying the beers. Is she got one big stein, or is she carrying more than one?
That's what I was trying to see. Well, she's on the label, too.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, she's got almost like a pitcher of beer, doesn't it?
Oh, there you go.
That.
Like she's like getting, like something's tapping into the...
Yeah, it's like she's pouring it in. Oh, yeah, it's like, like your beer stein with the lid on it, like she's pouring it in.
Like a big one. So it's going to be an Oktoberfest type beer.
Now it makes sense. Yes.
So this is another good German beer. I think you could drink these if you were an Oktoberfest.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
In Munich, you could definitely... Yeah. No bad aftertaste, 5.3%. Yep, this is definitely beer designed to be drank a lot of.
Yes, I would agree with
this. This is
5.3, you said? Yep. So it's not super strong. It's not...
15 IBUs.
Yeah. This would be one you could drink, in those great big mugs, and it'd be fine. What, do you want to start off first?
All right. I'm trying to look at, it's up there with the Czech lager, but I think I'm actually going to give this a little bit more. I'm going to go 2.9. I do like this just a touch better than the Czech lager. Nothing like over the top, but I like it a little bit more.
Sure. I'm going to go 2.9 as well.
Are you?
Yeah. I mean, I do think it's very good. I did like the dark lager better. Okay. I just thought I do like that malty flavor a little better. But you're right, Jim. I could drink a big mug of this and get another one. I mean, it's... Yeah, this
of all of these are probably the only one I could have, finish the bottle and go for another bottle.
Yes, this would be probably the first. Right. Well, the Samson I could do.
You could do that?
I could definitely do the Samson. But this one, without even thinking about it, you could get more. So.
Yeah, because, this is almost like one of the big box beers.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Great. So I got to break out the other four. Because where we're sitting here, I kind of had a lack of room, so let me get those out.
All right, so that'll be good. So now we're on the downhill slope now.
On the downhill slide,
and I think I've actually tried one of these.
Look at the size of that bottle. That's a big one.
That's a big one.
I hope the flavor is good.
Wow.
Oh boy. All right, so we have 4 beers to go, and now I think we've stepped up the ABV, right, Jim?
Now we're starting at a 7.
So the next one is, if you can read the neck.
Is this Hitachino Nest Real Ginger Brew?
This is Real Ginger Brew. And all of the writing on the ring around the neck is like the Japanese symbols. So I don't know. So this is Hitachino Nest Beer, Real Ginger Ale. And it's got an owl on it. And the cap has an owl. That's a cool cap.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jim, what did you find on these guys? And I'm going to try and save this cap.
Japan American Strong Ale. The Hitachino Real Ginger Brew is brewed with raw ginger and has complex flavors and aromas of ginger, citrus, and malt, which pair beautifully with spicy foods. Hops are Chinook, Pearl, and Styrian Goldings. Fresh ginger roots added to the brew kettle create an intriguing balance of ginger spicy, sweet malty, and hoppy dry flavors and aroma. So this brewery, Kiyoichi, started making sake in 1823.
Wow.
So they've been around for a little while.
This one is definitely a
Darker, kind of an orangish.
It's almost an orangish.
Like a pumpkin.
More of a, yeah. I'll say it's not really an amber.
No, it looks
kind of, but it's like a pumpkin almost.
This is one of the. It's not as dark as the dark Czech dark lager, but it's you can't see through it.
Boy, the smell. It's almost. I don't smell ginger.
No, I'm scared now.
Okay, man, I don't taste ginger.
What is that? What is that flavor?
That is that's a confusing one.
Wow.
Because, we've had, Toppling Goliath had a ginger snap, like a stout that had ginger, that had a really strong ginger flavor. You remember that one?
Yeah, it didn't taste like this, though.
No. And then there was another company that had another ginger, dark and stormy, and it had a strong, but considering this says real ginger beer, I don't really taste ginger.
I'm not sold on it.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
This does not taste.
Yeah, it's different.
I'm trying to. If it's not, I don't really know what ginger beer is supposed to taste like.
Well, I can go to. Have you ever had like a Moscow Mule?
Yeah,
because that has ginger beer.
Right, but I'm saying, is this what?
Oh yeah, this does not taste like
is this
American ginger beer does not taste like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's something weird here.
This is from Japan, by the way. I think we said that.
Yeah.
This is definitely confusing.
It's,
color wise, it looks more like a pumpkin beer. Aroma wise, doesn't really have a whole lot.
This
flavor wise, I get no ginger.
No, this is just the flavor. It's just hard to. This is probably of all the beers we've tried so far, probably the worst flavor.
This is the most confusing. I don't know how to describe it, even for the flavor. Oof. It's wow, boy. You want to go first?
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna go like a.
And it's 7%.
Okay. Well, it's a bonus then, because it doesn't taste like a 7%.
No,
I'm gonna go like a 1.9.
Yeah,
because it's just god
awful.
I thought it was going to be more like a ginger beer where you tasted a lot of ginger, and I don't get that at all. And it's just it's very confusing. Like I said, it's like a beer that doesn't know what it wants to be. It looks like a pumpkin beer, does not taste like ginger. It's not offensive, but it's just the flavor is really confusing to me. I don't know how even to describe it. Would I go out and buy more? No.
I'd send you to the ER if you thought you wanted to have more of these. This one is god awful. This is tipped into the sour realm for me.
Is it?
Yeah, this is just not a good beer for me. It doesn't even taste like a beer. I just cannot quantify it, classify it. I would never seek this out. God, I'm gonna have to give it the lowest score I've gave today. I'm gonna have to go a 1.7. I thought I would never say that any other technical beer would be as low as a sour beer, but this is just not good.
No, this one, like I said, it doesn't know what it wants to be. You know what I mean? That's what it appears to me like. Like they were going for something, but it just didn't happen. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I was actually going to tell you could dump it out if you wanted to. I was going to waive the no dumping clause, but you man.
Oh my god!
I haven't seen that reaction for a while. So there's a little bit more in the bottle if you want some.
Well, if I can break it over your head. Oh my god, that is.
Yeah, I don't know, Jim. That one was definitely not very good.
Oh, you got to step your game up.
Well, again, I never had a Japanese beer, so that was the only one they had. That was from Japan.
But thank God.
Yeah. All right.
So now what are we stepping into?
The next one we got is a big bottle.
That's the name of the beer?
No. It's in a big bottle.
Oh, it's in a big bottle. Yeah. There you go. Okay.
And on the neck it says "Go for Monk." Imported Old Monk 10,000 Super Beer.
Yep.
And this one, is this from India, right?
Yep. This is
the other
second one, yes.
The other one from India, and this is an 8%?
Yep. And this is an American malt liquor.
Oh boy. I didn't know that. This could be not so good.
Oh my god.
Well, we'll find out. At least we got a big bottle so we can share it with our wives when they come back here.
Pours a deep golden color, mild aromas of sweet grains with hints of alcohol.
Hints of alcohol?
Yeah.
Okay.
Malty sweetness in the flavors, reminiscent corn and ripe banana. Finishes dry.
Oh boy. I don't like that.
Oh my gosh.
It vaguely has a stinky feet smell.
Oh Oh, sweet. That's just what I was hoping for. More Stinky Pete.
Smell it is kind of a little bit of a skunk. That's not that bad. It's maybe it's because the Japanese one wasn't very good, but it's not that bad.
Super beer? Who names their beer?
10,000 super beer, and it's got an old monk looking guy on it. That is kind of a weird.
But and it is 8%.
8%. It doesn't drink like an 8%.
No.
So, well,
I don't taste any bananas.
Sad. That's pretty sad because normally it's like it doesn't drink like a 12%. 8%, I don't get any kind of an alcohol bite at all.
Well, apparently it has hints of alcohol in it.
Must be a different kind of alcohol. Boy, I don't know, Jim. Why did you do that? Why did you pick international beers?
Wow, I don't taste any ripe bananas. Do you?
I'm just trying to get that aroma.
How about corn?
I don't get corn.
Do you get corn or bananas?
The only thing I can think of for the banana, because we've had some other beers that have bananas in it, and it made it a little more smooth on the mouthfeel. So maybe, but that's a stretch.
You're stretching.
It's a stretch.
You're going way out on a limb.
I don't get any kind of a sweetness from the banana sweetness at all. I don't know. You get a lot. That's a big bottle. You got a lot more you got to drink out of that.
Yeah, I'm trying to come up with the flavors.
Boy, I don't know, Jim. Oh, God. The good thing is we only got 2 to go.
Yeah, I wish I could describe it more for the listeners because it's just, I don't know.
This is another one that's hard to describe.
So would you recommend somebody go buy this, or would you go buy another bottle?
Would I go buy another bottle? No. It's not. The vast majority of these have just been, yep, it's there. You know what I mean? And this one, it's like I said, it's not as bad as the Japanese.
Right. But you know what? What I was just thinking, right? These, honestly, my opinion, are not craft beers.
No.
So I think that's probably why our scores. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I think they're the country's national beer.
Yeah.
And they're different to us, so we kind of lumped them into craft beer.
You know, you're right. These could be like a big beer brand in these countries.
Right.
You know, and they probably have craft beers that are probably amazing. But like I said, at the stores I went to, these were the only ones that
they're different to us.
Correct.
But they might not necessarily be craft beer.
Yes, that's a perfect way to say it.
But I mean, so there's nothing wrong with them, but I think for us, it's just something different.
You know, this probably is very similar as if we were doing taste tests on a lot of the big beer brands.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, the lot of
notice
the same.
They're all really similar.
Correct. Yeah,
I mean, they're not really.
Really, the only one that's been somewhat different was the Czech dark lager. It was the only one that's really been different.
Yes.
Because even these other ones that are kind of, the ginger one, it didn't have any ginger.
No.
You know, and it's like they try to keep it right down the middle to try and get more people and all that, you know.
Sell it to the masses.
Yes.
They're not being very distinct on any of the flavors.
No, exactly.
I mean, I could be way up, but there's no banana.
Oh, I don't get any at all.
I was actually hoping this one was going to be one of the better ones.
It's super beer. It's super.
10,000.
Yes, 10,000 super beer.
There wasn't a big write-up about it.
Right.
So it's like, but now the next one I have had before.
Oh, you had the next one? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So did we score this one?
No, we did not. All right.
You go first.
Old Monk.
Old Monk 10,000 super beer.
Oh, where am I going to put you, Old Monk?
Put it in a super place.
I haven't given average on it, so I'm going to put it right in the middle. 2.5.
Okay. And I know you don't like ties, so I got to look at my scores here. So I'm going to go.
I want you to make a stand and make it so it's differentiate. Don't just be like all these people on TV now where everything could be the same.
Okay.
Step out on your own. Step out there.
I'm going to go at 2.3.
Oh, you're going to go below average, huh?
Below average. Just because I was expecting somewhat of a sweetness or like a banana flavor, and this just didn't
do it.
Didn't do it. So, all right. So we're on to the second can, and this one is it Thailand, right?
It's somewhere in the Asian.
Yeah, I believe it was. I believe it said Thailand when I got it. And
Could be.
This one is 8%, and it is Red Horse beer.
Red Horse.
Now, okay, you see the horse on that label?
Yep.
Here's the unicorn that was on the Greek beer.
Very similar.
Very similar, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Just facing different direction. And then, of course, the one has a horn. On the can, it says, experience that distinctive, full-flavored taste of a world-class premium beer.
Premium.
That's what it says on the can. And it's in a 16-ounce can.
Yep.
Let's see if it makes a noise first, and then you can do your...
And it's an 8%er.
Oh.
Cat call?
This one failed, too.
No cat call.
No cat call.
Alabama boss. We're trying.
Sorry, man. We're trying.
It says a strong, high alcohol beer from San Miguel. I think San Miguel's in the Philippines.
Oh, it is Philippines. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yes.
That's right. I tried it. Yes.
When we were there, as BK and I were at
in the Philippines?
No, at Total Wine.
Oh.
And we looked, and they had a beer from Laos.
Okay.
They had a beer from Thailand, and then they had this from the Philippines.
Okay, all right.
So and he goes, I grabbed the Philippines one. He goes, I'm like, okay, so that's what I grabbed. So
all right, deeply hued lager with a distinctive Swedish sweetish, not Swedish.
Okay,
sweetish taste, balanced by a smooth bitterness for the man with real strength inside and out.
So they don't know about us drinking all the high-octane bourbon barrel beers because they say 8% is high.
Right.
Now, you said you had this one?
I've had this. I've been in the Philippines.
On tap you had it? Do you remember? I mean, was it?
I think it was more on tap. I don't think they had many beers.
But do you remember? I mean, was it decent or?
I think it was, you were drinking multiples because the Philippines hot and sweaty. You're just drinking.
And you had been you were probably on a boat or whatever
No, I was actually on vacation down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. You were in the military though, right?
Yes.
At that time. Okay.
Oh, this is not bad.
I was going to say the whole, it's a high alcohol beer. No, but the flavor is not bad.
No, I mean,
it's not that bad.
I wish it would have gave a little bit more description of what they put in. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, the flavor. I mean,
this one does have a little bit more of an alcohol taste to it,
right? And the finish is smooth.
Yep.
The aroma is not bad. I mean, this is actually one I think I could drink. Maybe not that whole can because it's a
16 ounce.
That's a 16 ounce can.
Yeah,
that's our second can of this.
Only the second can,
but this is not bad.
This one's pleasantly surprising.
Yes,
Red
Horse. I think they always do a good job.
That's kind of crazy that you've had it before. I had Red Horse.
But it's been probably.
I was gonna say it's
over 30 years ago.
Right.
So,
and back then you were strictly a Miller Lite guy, right?
Well, I don't think they even had it. I think we were drinking. Trying to think, it was a mixed drink. You get in a pitcher.
Oh, okay. Something that
very
was,
very strong.
Something that was kind of to them. I mean,
no, it was some kind of mixed drink, drinking a whole pitcher.
Oh, but it was strong. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just remember trying to get up to stand up to go to the bathroom,
and not so much.
And I just fell on the ground.
Oh,
it was.
Well, it'll happen. It'll happen.
That was the first drink, though.
Wait a minute, you got roofied.
That was the first
Somebody
drink.
roofied you.
Boy, there was something going on because it was strong. I was like, tasted good though.
There you go. That's not so bad.
So what do you think? So what do you got for stars on this one now? Since
this is actually pleasantly surprising, like I said, I don't mind it. Would I buy more? Nah. I don't know if I'd buy any of these anymore, but it's not bad.
Because you already broke the ceiling with some threes.
Yeah, I can't go above that.
See, now
I'll go a 2.9.
All right,
because I think it's actually a good beer. For the other imported beers, this one actually, it's got flavor. Doesn't smell bad. You can taste a little bit of alcohol in it, and I like it.
Because my Moosher was the 2.9, so I'm going to go with 3.0. So
you're kind of in the same thought process that I am. I mean,
I think I could drink a whole one of that without.
I could. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think I was surprised because when I looked at it, I was like, I don't know what a Red Horse tastes like, but we're going to find out, And so it's
pleasantly surprised. There's no bad aftertaste. The finish is kind of refreshing. I mean, it's not too bad they don't sell more of that around here.
Yeah, I had never seen this before.
Oh, you haven't?
No, and where I got it was in the cities.
Oh, Total Wine. Okay,
that's where I got this one. I thought, okay, I want to try to find some, and that's where I got this one. I got the Greece beer, and I got the what else did I get there? I can't remember which other one I got. They had a lot of Belgian, a lot of German, Mexican, but we've had a huge amount of the Mexican beers. So I thought, no, I want to get something that we haven't had.
Right.
So that's where I'd pick those up.
All right, so now we're on to our last one.
Last one. And this one is Belgian.
Belgian.
Trappistes, Rochefort,
Okay.
10. And I believe this bad boy is double digits, I think.
11.3.
Oh, there it is. You got your big boy pants on, right?
27 IBUs.
Okay.
Dark brown color, great strength balanced by a complexity of flavors and firm malt backbone. The bouquet covers a wide range. Port wine, leather, apricots, oak, spices. A deeply intriguing beverage.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever had a beer with leather in it.
Well, we're going to have one now. It's definitely a darker, real dark amber or a little bit towards brown.
And the head is not.
The head is kind of an off-white.
Yeah, it's not,
kind of a tan.
It's not the white that we're accustomed to.
You can tell it's a Belgian beer. It has that Belgian, like the, definitely get the apricot. What else I didn't get leather. I don't know. I'm not sure. Of course, I have
port wine.
Well, I don't know I know what port wine cheese tastes like, but I don't know about
apricots.
Yeah, I get the apricot.
Oak.
No
Spices.
Yeah, there's spices in it.
Oh, it says that this brewery started in 1595.
Wow, that's amazing too. 11.3%. It does not drink like an 11% beer. This would be one of those that get you in trouble.
You think?
Oh yeah. I think it's pretty smooth.
My jury's still out. I don't know. I'm just like trying to get over the drinking leather.
But do you taste the leather?
I don't know.
I've never had liquid leather, so I don't know what it's supposed to taste like.
Is this what leather tastes like?
Well, I can go and grab a belt if you want to chew on it.
Oh man, I'm just like
you can definitely tell this is a Belgian beer. It has that Belgian
burp
kind of a taste. I do like this. I think this is very good.
You like this one?
I like this one.
So, how did they get it to 11.3%?
I don't know. I'm guessing with a lot of sugars for the yeast to eat.
Is that so? Because it's not aged in different barrels,
right?
So it has to be.
And I would have to ask.
Is that the?
I'd have to ask my brother as far as like Belgian beer. I'm sure they must have a different strain, like a Belgian yeast type strain.
Because like the other ones that we try that are double digits or higher, there's some type of bourbon barrel aging process,
right? And this does not.
There's nothing. It's not aged in anything else. So it's like, how do they get it?
Again, like I said, I can definitely tell it's a Belgian beer. It has that distinct Belgian kind of a taste. It's like
the leather part.
It's like like the leather part. It's like when you have a wheat beer. When you taste a wheat beer, and as soon as you taste, or a coriander beer, you taste coriander, it's coriander in there,
right?
And the same with Belgian beers, they all kind of have that similar.
So is this like the salad dressing?
What's that?
Rochefort?
I don't know. I've never had that salad dressing.
You never had that?
Does it taste like this?
Kinda.
Well, there you go. Maybe it is
with a mixture of some sliced up leather.
Is it like 11% too?
No, I don't think it. I don't think it. You just put it on your lettuce.
Oh, I don't know.
Isn't Rochefort kind of like Thousand Island?
I've never had Rochefort, so I don't know. I'm taking your word for it, man.
All right. So what do you?
I like this. I'm gonna go.
You gave a 3.2 out there. Oh, you painted yourself in a corner.
3.3.
You're gonna go.
I like this one.
Whoa!
I think it drinks extremely smooth for 11.3%. I can taste the apricot, but again, if you don't like Belgian beers, you won't like it because it definitely to me has that Belgian flavor.
Okay.
But like I said, there's no way if you took a taste of this, I would never guess it was 11.3%.
All right, but
I think
it tastes leather.
Very smooth. I don't know what leather is supposed to taste like, but I like it. I think it's good.
So this is your number one.
That's my number one.
I might have to as well. I'm going to go with 3.1 because I think I'm stepping it up. So I guess now we're going to have to wrap up and try to figure out how we do these 11.
So Jim, yes, we have not done 11 beers before on a tasting, but they were imported. I said, let's just sit down and let's just...
Because the hard part is now you've got, we did over half of them were 5% or below. Now, then this last group was 7% and higher.
7% or higher. Yeah.
So I think most of our flavor came in on the last ones.
You're correct.
So that's the hard part with. I think we're almost comparing apples and oranges.
To oranges, yeah.
So,
should we give like the first group that we had, and then
why don't we do that?
Okay, not a problem. So I'll go first.
Yep.
I think in the first group, if there was one that I'll do two that I would recommend. I would recommend the Czech dark lager.
Okay.
I thought that was very good because to me it definitely had a malt flavor to it, which I do like.
Yep.
So I like that one, and I did like the Mooser, however you pronounce that, that last German.
All right, but you gave the Kolsch higher score than the Mooser.
Yeah, and that's the one that I remember I said I messed up and then I'd left it.
Okay,
So,
all right. I just want to make sure.
Yep. No, thank you. Because you remember, I said I'm going to change it, and then I left it. I think that would, I'm going to...
Definitely the dark lager and the Mooser are your...
That's
all right.
my two.
So on that first group, for sure, the Czech lager, I like that one. Then I did like the Maharaja. So that was okay. I mean,
it was surprising.
Right. It was okay. So, I mean, those were my okay ones. And then the Mooser was up there, too. They were all really similar. They just didn't have the stinky feet smell. So it really turned me off on some of those.
In that first group, if there was one that you would say, I'd stay away, I guess what would you...
So I'd have to go with the two that I'd stay away from would be the Mythos and the Obolon. Because it's hard to get over the smell.
I agree 100%. My number one to stay away from would be the Mythos.
Yeah.
Just because, and the flavor wasn't that bad, but the aroma was really, it was skunky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was bad. And again, like you said, the Obolon from Ukraine, it had that same smell. And it's just hard to get over. I thought the flavor was better, but that aroma was not good. So
yeah, it was tough.
Okay. So on the next four, do you want to go first?
All right. So the next four.
Would you recommend? How many you want to recommend? You want
two,
and then
two for sure at the top of the list.
Do two, and then if there was one of those that you say I wouldn't get, then give that as well.
So for sure, I like the Red Horse and the Rochefort. They were, probably the best two beers of the day, without a doubt.
Yep.
Best tasting, highest ABV. So they were up there. Good flavor. I'd recommend those. Anybody that never tried them, I think they're worth going out and trying a beer of those. The one I'd probably shy away from is the ginger beer. Just did not taste good to me. It just did not. That was probably the worst beer of the 11 today.
You know what's funny, Jim, is I agree 100% on everything you just said there. My number one was the Rochefort. Number two, Red Horse. And I'd stay away from the ginger one.
Can anybody even try it?
Well, the thing with like I said before, it was super confusing. It looked like a pumpkin beer. I didn't taste any ginger at all. And it's a real ginger brew on the label. If you're going to have that, you should be able to taste it. My opinion.
Yeah.
And it just
was not good.
No. I'm glad we did this. And like I said, you brought up a very good point that technically these are not craft brews. I know ours is the Northwoods Beer Guy, and we do stick to craft beer. But these are imported. They were new to us.
Right.
And so we had to do it. I'm glad we did this. A lot of them I'd never buy again. The vast majority I would never buy again. The Rochefort, I'd buy that again. That's actually pretty good.
Well, we could check the box.
Yeah.
We did it. We tried it. And we have to go back down there again.
Like I said, Greece, India, Japan,
Italy, Germany,
Philippines. These places that I've never had beers from. And like I said, you said you had like the Red Horse and that before. But a lot of these we've never had. I'm glad we did it because I think it's a unique thing. And I bet you there's a lot of people out there that listen that they've never had beers from these countries either.
Right.
So, there's a lot of beers out there, and like I said, I'm glad we did it. The vast majority I'd never buy again,
Yeah.
But kind of step out of our comfort zones, try them. Now we can say we're there and we're good.
Right. We've been there, done that. Now we can move on to some good craft beer.
Yep. And I would say, again, the Belgian beer and then the German beers, they know what they're doing.
Yep.
And not to say that these other places don't, but they were a little lacking. So
yeah, they're definitely middle of the road.
All right. Well, hey, Jim, thank you so much for trying some of these.
Yeah.
Like I said,
trying them with you.
Going into it, I was really worried because I thought there were going to be a lot of really skunky ones. I would say the country that surprised me the most was India. Yeah. I was really worried about those, and I thought they they actually did
Okay.
fairly decent.
Right.
Yeah, I'm glad that you said, yeah, I'll try them with you.
Next time, don't point the gun so much at me.
and then we will. The next one we'll get back to some actual craft beer and such. So, Jim, you got anything you want to wrap
No,
up?
I'm glad we tried them. I'm glad because that's the thing. You never know. Again, you're just like rolling dice, hoping that everything does taste good. And a lot of these were there any that were like? I think there was only one horrendous one. The rest were still middle of the road. Really. Yeah. So I think any person that wants to step out of their comfort zone would be okay trying these, just to say they've tried them. So I think I'm glad we tried them too. So I mean, because you don't always get to try them like that Red Horse. It's been over 30 years since I had one, so I'm glad just to try it again. Yes, thank you for inviting me, and I hope everybody else liked as much as we did. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we are very much craft beer people. But if you try some of these imported beers, we could have, because I thought about getting like some Samuel Smith from Britain, but I thought that's going to be really, because we've had some very good beers from them. Right. So I thought, no, I want to try and get ones we've never had before and just kind of stick with that. But there's a lot of really good craft imported beers. And like I said, they weren't horrendous. They weren't amazing for the most part, but I'm glad we did it so we can kind of check that box and then we will move on to more of our style. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again for... did we tell everybody where we're at?
Oh, no. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are actually in my new house, new to us house, the old farmhouse. We have not moved all the stuff. We still have all of the good recording equipment at Jim's, and it's going to still be there for a while. But this is the first one we've done from here. So hopefully we'll do some more here. And again, we will be going back to Jim's as well. I don't know. It's kind of nice to have a couple locations to record at and to try beers and such. So yeah,
we weren't interrupted by any cats or dogs or anybody. So it was nice and quiet.
My cat and my dog were actually pretty good.
And we didn't hear the little.
I see the dog on the couch.
We didn't hear from our dog coming across, so
exactly
no interruptions.
Here's a shout out to CC and Gus, that's my dog and my cat, and then here's a shout out to Lena, Jim's dog, that you've heard walking in the background before. But yeah, so. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us. If you get a chance, try some of these imported beers. There could be something that you really like. Some of these that were kind of suspect for us, but, I'm glad we did it.
Yep.
And, so next week we'll be back with a little bit more of a normal, what we like and such. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you had a good time. And like we always say, we hope your campfires are always warm, your beer's always cold.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Thank you for listening to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. If you have a question, a comment, or a beer you'd like us to review, please feel free to send us a message at northwoodsbeerguy@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're on Untappd, look up Northwoods Beer Guy and send a friend request. Until next week, I hope all your campfires are warm and all your beer is cold.